the first day of the Premiership in the new century, it's perhaps appropriate that Kevin Phillips returns from injury to make his 100th senior appearance for Sunderland. He still can't be sure whether he's scored 78 goals or 79 in his 2.5 seasons with them until the Premiership Committee adjudicates on one he's claiming from a match at Watford in November. But Wimbledon's top scorer, Cort, who also returns to the starting lineup today, is in no doubt how many he scored the last time Sunderland came to Selhurst Park. He got a hat-trick in a Worthington Cup tie in October. Wimbledon are without John Hartson, Robbie Earle, Alan Kimball, Dean Blackwell and Michael Hughes, so Chris Wilmot makes his Premiership debut at centre-back. Trond Andersen moves into midfield, not to be confused with his fellow Norwegian Martin Andresen, who gets his first start in the league up front. Sunderland's only previous Premiership visit here was on the day they were relegated in 1997, and today didn't start very well either. Goalkeeper Thomas Sorensen woke up with flu, so Andy Marriott comes in for his first league game of the season, and there's no goalkeeper on the bench. In fact, Sorensen, ever present this season until now, was tested when the team arrived at the ground, but he was so shaky he wasn't even well enough to be a substitute. So if anything happens to Marriott, whose last league game was at Grimsby last season, Niall Quinn would have to go in goal, as he has earlier in his career. Graham Poll starts a new century of league football in England, and Cunningham, the Wimbledon captain, plays the ball forward straight away to Andresen. Now Andresen, who you might not have seen before, has apparently been voted the sexiest looking man in Norway, so he's got one claim to fame already. Peter Reid taking an early view from the director's box. That's a Wimbledon free kick. They're without the towering presence of Hartson. Leeburn is on the bench because he's not fully fit, so there's not quite the height in the Wimbledon ranks that there might have been. But Badir is in there between Gale and Cort, and Hreidarsson has come forward. Oh, flicked by Cort. Oh, well held by Marriott, his first test. And he was up to it. It was a sharp, flicked header by Carl Cort. But Marriott, who's come in at, what, an hour's notice, makes a good early save here from Carl Cort's header. Just going down to his left, well held. Ewell. Oh, it's opened up on the left here. Ben Thatcher. Andresen's in the centre. Ewell's made lots of ground as well. Good-looking ball, Andresen. Jason Ewell. Good stop by Andy Marriott. Point blank. Good save. Thatcher across to Andresen. First touch was good, and Ewell's effort blocked by the goalkeeper. It's a big match for Mick Harford, the Wimbledon coach. He has Sunderland connections, of course. Indeed, he was a fan of theirs as a boy. He's got some friends down from the northeast today. Quinn looking for Phillips. Now then, the Sunderland tandem gets working. Summerby to the right. Taking on Thatcher here. Enough room for the cross. Quinn's coming in. And a hand by Sullivan. Scottish international goalkeeper deprives the Republic of Ireland centre forward. Summerby doesn't need to beat a player to get in his crosses. Just a yard will do on the side there to swing the ball in. Really excellent wing play. And Quinn an obvious target. Here's Gray. Summerby. Oh, Phillips is there with the touch! He's such a predator. Didn't play here when Sunderland came in the Worthington Cup in October, Kevin Phillips. But that was typical of him. Marcus Gale here. It broke well for him, good effort. Oh. Skidding wide of the far post. This was an effort which whizzed across the face of Andy Marriott's goal. That's come off Summerby, that's a corner to Wimbledon. Oh, shirt pulling surely on Cort, but here's Gale hooking it back in for Badir. Oh, well, Wimbledon were looking for the final strike there and didn't get it. I just thought I saw Niall Quinn just tug his opponent's shirt there, but player's gone on to the other end. Here comes Michael Gray. In it goes from Schwartz. And here's Andresen. Oh, 4 against 3 here. Chance for Wimbledon. Oh, it wasn't well used by Andresen. Thatcher's got it back, though. And gets it again from Anderson. Oh, and finds Andresen. Lovely play, Cort. Wimbledon score. Sunderland have a man down injured while all that's happening, but Carl Cort has put Wimbledon in front. They had the better of the last few minutes. Thatcher won the ball back, and Anderson and Andresen played a part in this move. Finally, Andresen turning very neatly against Steve Bold. 3 defenders, but he chips a glorious ball in, and Carl Cort. But the referee must now go and speak to his assistant, because there was an incident in the build-up in the other half of the field where a Sunderland player, I think, might have got the worst of an arm, and referee Graham Pole has gone across to see how Summerby sustained that injury. He's gone across to talk to Grant Hegley, the assistant referee on that side, because Sunderland were clearly upset with how that happened. Ben Thatcher gets the ball, sees Summerby coming, and I'm afraid to say that's a real cuff with the right arm around the facial area. Thatcher. Badir. Oh, that was a well-struck shot. Quinn. Oh, looks for Phillips. So the long throw, and there's one obvious target here, Niall Quinn. Away by Anderson, across the goal towards Kilban. Oh, it's going to run to Kevin Phillips. Phillips! Oh, and Quinn was in the 6-yard box. Didn't feel it was worth the touch, because I think, like we did, it looked as though, to him, it might be going in. Kilban gets the first contact here. It comes right across to Phillips. And here, no, it's just going away, and Quinn couldn't get there either. There's a minute of the 45 left. Here's Ewell. And this is Stefan Schwartz with Williams ahead of him. Quinn far side from him, that's where it's going. Header out by Cunningham. And then Ewell, and now Gale. They're playing well now, Sunderland. Kilban. That's Quinn. This is Phillips. Quinn again. Phillips again! Oh, not quite far enough away from the goalkeeper by Kevin Phillips. Sullivan able to make the save low down. Well, the warnings are there. Twice now Phillips has looked like equalising. And on this occasion, Niall Quinn played it back in. Look at his first touch on the chest. Hreiderson. A raking run from the back. And possibly a rewarding one by Hreiderson. Good challenge by Steve Bold at the last, but the Icelandic international there came from his own half, and wasn't that good to see from a centre-back? Really powered on here, and was there for the return ball as well from Cort, Herman Hreiderson. Good challenge by Bold. Corner to Wimbledon. Thatcher's up there too. Oh, a real chance here. He couldn't turn. It was Badir who was nearly in, but it's Phillips who's in here. And Niall Quinn and Kilban both forward. Still Phillips. Schwartz. Well, that's what you want as a spectator, the play going from end to end in a matter of seconds. This was Sunderland on the counter. A shot by Stefan Schwartz. This is Butler. And Sullivan comes to meet Niall Quinn. Kilban! Oh! That wasn't far over from Kevin Kilban. And the goal was unprotected, really, because Sullivan came an awful long way there, aware of the threat of Quinn. Marcus Gale with the header on. Oof. Cort could have been in. Here's Oster. Quinn the target once again. And now McCann trying to get it through to Kilban. Chance! Good save by Sullivan from Kevin Kilban. Sunderland must be wondering what they've got to do to score. But no question there that the goalkeeper takes credit. Kilban was through. He gets the better of the defender here. But Neil Sullivan down to his left to make the kind of save that is going to put him in the shop window if he doesn't renew his contract with Wimbledon at the end of the season. Phillips coming short. In it goes to Quinn. Oh! Now then, what does Graham Poll do? Sunderland are appealing for a penalty. But they're not going to get it. Stefan Schwartz was the player that went down. Well, Neil Ardley, I think, made the challenge. And that is one to have an argument with the person next to you about. And he certainly thought, Stefan Schwartz, he had a good case for a penalty there. Graham Poll thought not. Here's Phillips. Kevin Phillips! Oh, what a shot! And it just isn't Sunderland's day, is it? It comes back off the frame of the goal from the Premiership's top scorer. And you can't be any more unlucky than this. It beats Sullivan and hits the bar. With 2 minutes to go, Sunderland have the corner. Oh, and Phillips was in the thick of that as well. Here's Francis for Wimbledon, substitute. He's got one man ahead of him, it's Neil Ardley. Did well to keep that in play, both of them. And Ardley's got players coming to his left. In fact, there are three of them here. It's Trond Andersen to Carl Cort. Well won back by McCann. What a thrilling finish this is. John Oster looking for Niall Quinn. McCann, Francis, Gale. They're playing for an offside, Sunderland, and it's been given. Down on that bench, they must be pleased with the performance, if not with the likely result. Forward by Butler. Quinn again. And still Niall Quinn. What a season he's having. And all this while he's being troubled by an ankle injury, which, quite apart from his one-match suspension, may mean he won't be playing every game. Then Thatcher in on Steve Bold, but Thatcher's out of position now. This is Phillips, and McCann in a great position here for Sunderland. In it goes towards Quinn and Finn. Quinn! Oh, right on the line. Sullivan grabbed it from Niall Quinn. What an absorbing personal duel that's been all afternoon. And the goalkeeper looks like coming out on top. And indeed he has. But Sunderland will play a lot worse than win. Peter Reid's team created any number of chances, had more of the play, but couldn't cancel out the goal that Cort scored after half an hour's play. Kevin Phillips, on another day, could have had one of his hat-tricks. And Peter Reid reflects on a match and wonders exactly how his team lost it. But they did. Wimbledon win by 1-0.